dignitaries to occupy their respective seats on the dais. We believe in the power of prayer to guide us and set a positive tone for our gathering. I invite Ms. Navya, Ms. Renuka, and Ms. Geeta to lead us in prayer today.
ಶರಣು ಸಿದ್ಧಿ ವಿನಾಯಕ ಶರಣು ವಿದ್ಯಾ ಪ್ರದಾಯಕ ಶರಣು ಸಿದ್ಧಿ ವಿನಾಯಕ ಶರಣು ವಿದ್ಯಾ ಪ್ರದಾಯಕ ಶರಣು ಪಾರ್ವತಿ ತನಯ ಮೂರುತಿ ಶರಣು ಮೂಷಿಕ ವಾಹನ ಶರಣು ಪಾರ್ವತಿ ತನಯ ಮೂರುತಿ ಶರಣು ಮೂಷಿಕ ವಾಹನ ಶರಣು ಸಿದ್ಧಿ ವಿನಾಯಕ ಶರಣು ವಿದ್ಯಾ ಪ್ರದಾಯಕ ನಿಟಿಲ ನೇತ್ರನೆ ದೇವಿ ಸುತನೆ ನಾಗಭೂಷಣ ಪ್ರಿಯನೇ ನಿಟಿಲ ನೇತ್ರನೆ ದೇವಿ ಸುತನೆ ನಾಗಭೂಷಣ ಪ್ರಿಯನೇ ಕಟಿತಟಾಂಕಿತ ಕೋಮಲಾಂಗನೆ ಕರ್ಣಕುಂಡಲಧಾರನೆ ಕಟಿತಟಾಂಕಿತ ಕೋಮಲಾಂಗನೆ ಕರ್ಣಕುಂಡಲಧಾರನೆ ಶರಣು ಸಿದ್ಧಿ ವಿನಾಯಕ ಶರಣು ವಿದ್ಯಾ ಪ್ರದಾಯಕ ಬಟ್ಟ ಮುತ್ತಿನ ಪದಕ ಹಾರನೆ ಬಾಹುಹಸ್ತ ಚತುಷ್ಟನೆ ಬಟ್ಟ ಮುತ್ತಿನ ಪದಕ ಹಾರನೆ ಬಾಹುಹಸ್ತ ಚತುಷ್ಟನೆ ಇಟ್ಟ ತೊಡುಗೆಯ ಹೇಮ ಕಂಕಣ ಪಾಶಾಂಕುಶಧಾರನೆ ಇಟ್ಟ ತೊಡುಗೆಯ ಹೇಮ ಕಂಕಣ ಪಾಶಾಂಕುಶಧಾರನೆ ಶರಣು ಸಿದ್ಧಿ ವಿನಾಯಕ ಶರಣು ವಿದ್ಯಾ ಪ್ರದಾಯಕ ಕುಕ್ಷಿ ಮಹಾಲಂಬೋದರನೆ ಇಕ್ಷು ಚಾಪನ ಗೆಲಿದನೆ ಕುಕ್ಷಿ ಮಹಾಲಂಬೋದರನೆ ಇಕ್ಷು ಚಾಪನ ಗೆಲಿದನೆ ಪಕ್ಷಿ ವಾಹನ ಶ್ರೀ ಪುರಂದರ ವಿಠಲನ ನಿಜ ದಾಸನೆ ಪಕ್ಷಿ ವಾಹನ ಶ್ರೀ ಪುರಂದರ ವಿಠಲನ ನಿಜ ದಾಸನೆ ಶರಣು ಸಿದ್ಧಿ ವಿನಾಯಕ ಶರಣು ವಿದ್ಯಾ ಪ್ರದಾಯಕ ಶರಣು ಪಾರ್ವತಿ ತನಯ ಮೂರುತಿ ಶರಣು ಮೂಷಿಕ ವಾಹನ ಶರಣು ಸಿದ್ಧಿ ವಿನಾಯಕ ಶರಣು ವಿದ್ಯಾ ಪ್ರದಾಯಕ.
Thank you, Navya, Renuka and Geeta for this prayer to Lord Ganesha. Karnataka State Open University, Mysuru, a state public university, was established in June 1996 by the Act of State Legislature. The motto of Ksou is higher education for everyone, everywhere, which promises to reach out to these unreached for higher education aspirants. Today, we have gathered here to add one more feather to the cap of KSOU in the form of rendering research methodology course funded by Indian Council of Social Science Research, New Delhi, ICCSR, has been frequently funding research projects, seminars, and workshops for betterment of higher education in universities and colleges. Accordingly, Dr. K. Prakash, librarian, Karnataka State Open University, and Dr. Shilpa Rani NR, Assistant Professor, Department of Library and Information Science, KSOU, have procured this funding under training and capacity building, in which 10 days research methodology course for Mphil PhD PDF exclusively for women research scholars in social science has been organized from 21st to 30th July 2025. So, to start with this inauguration, I request all the dignitaries on the dais to light the lamp. I request one of the participants also to join the lighting of the lamp. Gopal Swami sir, Sheila madam. Sheila madam, please accommodate yourself. One of the participants, please. You are the live wire of this workshop. Kindly join the lighting of the lamp. The lamp, with its radiant flame, represents knowledge, wisdom, and the dispelling of ignorance. May the light of this lamp guide us throughout our endeavors, reminding us of our commitment to learning, compassion, and positive change. With this lighting of the lamp, the endurance of our dignitaries to accommodate themselves in an honor to this. Thank you very much. Flower tray. Flower tray. I request all the dignitaries to flower the photo of Dr. S.R. Ranganathan. Dr. S.R. Ranganathan, prominent Indian mathematician and librarian who formulated the 5 laws of library science, which is considered Dr. S.R. Ranganathan, prominent Indian mathematician and librarian who formulated the 5 laws of library science, which is considered as the principles of library service. His contribution to classification, cataloging, and library organization is continued and applied in libraries worldwide. Without his benchmark, the research today would have been arduous. Thank you all the dignitaries and organizers for this important gesture of today. Now, I request Dr. K. Prakash, course director of this program, to welcome the address.
ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ, ಶುಭೋದಯಗಳು. Very good morning to one and all. It's a great pleasure to welcome all the dignitaries, respected dignitaries on the dais, esteemed guests, teachers and non-teaching staff, viewer members, invitees, and students, distinguished participants. It is with immense pleasure and a deep sense of honor that I extend a warm and heartfelt welcome to all of you on the occasion of the ICSR New Delhi sponsored 10-day workshop being hosted by the Karnataka State Open University, Mysuru. We are all truly honored to welcome our distinguished chief guest, Professor Chandramouli, Professor and Chairperson, Department of Studies in Social Work, University of Mysuru, whose presence adds grace and value to this occasion. A warm welcome to our distinguished keynote speaker, Professor Lalita Ashwath, retired professor and chairperson, Department of Library and Information Science, Bangalore University. Your insights and vision will surely enlighten and enrich our participants. We are indeed privileged to have amidst our presided the function, our esteemed Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Sharanapu Alse, whose visionary leadership continues to steer Ksou towards academic excellency and institutional innovation. Under his able leadership, University accorded with the NAC A+ grade, sir. We are truly grateful for your presence and constant support. So we are equally, in the absence of the registrar, I welcome for him because with his support, we could be able to organize this workshop. Professor Naveen Kumar, registrar, is on maybe preoccupied work. I welcome Professor Ramnatham Naidu, Dean Academic, Karnataka State Open University, whose academic guidance has been instrumental in enriching our programs and fostering vibrant intellectual environment. We also welcome Dr. Niranjan Raj S., Finance Officer and Director IKSA, KSOU, whose meticulous academic financial oversight ensures the sustainability and accountability of our institutional efforts. In absentia, I welcome Dr. C.S. Anand Kumar, Registrar Evaluation. We welcome Dr. N.R. Chandregoda, Dean Study Center, Karnataka State Open University, whose tireless efforts in expanding and strengthening our study centers bring quality education to learners across the state and beyond. We are pleased to welcome the directors of the various schools and the chairpersons of the different departments who immensely contribute to the academic vibrancy of the institution. I also extend warm welcome to Dr. Shilpa Rani, Course Coordinator, Assistant Professor and Chairperson, Department of Library and Information Science, Karnataka State Open University, whose untiring efforts and dedication have been pivotal to the successful planning and organization of this workshop. We also warmly welcome our esteemed colleagues. A warm welcome to also extended to our valued colleagues from the KSU Library, Dr. M. Gopalsamy, Dr. Sheila, Sri Putmadaya, Sri Shivkumar, Nagaraj and other colleagues also. A cordial welcome is also extended to the heads of the departments, our invited guests and representatives from the media whose involvement and encouragement significantly contributes to the success of this event. We are honored to host participants from various parts of the country representing a wide range of institutions and academic disciplines. Your presence enriches this workshop, reaffirms to spirit of the collaboration, research, and scholarly engagement that this event aims to promote. This workshop stands a testament to our shared commitment to advancing social science research, fostering interdisciplinary dialogue, and building a strong network of scholars and practitioners. Over the next 10 days, we look forward to engaging sessions, thoughtful interactions, and meaningful collaborations. Once again, I welcome a cordial and every one of you and wish you the workshop a resounding success. Thank you very much.
On behalf of the organizers, I formally welcome Dr. Prakash sir, also course director, to this inauguration function. Now, I request Dr. Shilpa Rani NR, co-course director, to briefly introduce about this course.
respected dignitaries, participants, and dear colleagues, a very warm good morning to one and all gathered here. It is my privilege to present brief overview of the ICSSR-sponsored 10-day research methodology course for women research scholars organized by the Department of Studies and Research in Library and Information Science in association with the KSYU Library, Karnataka State Open University, Mysuru. This 10-day workshop, scheduled from 21st to 30th July 2025, is a significant academic endeavor supported by the Indian Council of Social Science Research, New Delhi, aimed at fostering and strengthening the research capabilities of women research scholars pursuing their PhD in various disciplines of social sciences. The core objective of this course is to empower research scholars with theoretical foundations and practical skills essential for quality research. The course aims to strengthen participants' understanding of research methodology in social sciences by providing tools for both qualitative and quantitative research. It offers guidance on literature review, data handling and analysis, research ethics, academic writing, and publication standards. The program also fosters critical thinking, interdisciplinary approaches, and scientific rigor in research practices. We are pleased to share that this workshop has received an overwhelming response from across the country. After a careful screening process, 30 women research scholars from various universities and institutions have been selected to participate in this fully residential program. All selected candidates are at various stages of their PhD research in social sciences, and we are confident that this program will significantly contribute to their research journey. The 10-day course offers an intensive and structured learning experience through academic sessions, discussions, hands-on training, and assignments. Key topics include research fundamentals, design, problem formulation, literature review, data collection methods, statistical analysis using SPSS-R, ICT tools, research ethics, academic writing, and publication strategies. Expert resource persons from reputed institutions will guide and mentor participants throughout the program. By the end of the workshop, participants are expected to gain clearer understanding of research methods, increased confidence in conducting research independently, practical skills in data analysis, and awareness of ethical research standards. The course also serves as a platform for academic dialogue, collaboration, and mentorship beyond training. We take this opportunity to express our sincere gratitude to the ICSSR New Delhi for sponsoring this important initiative. We are also grateful to the Honorable Vice Chancellor of Karnataka State Open University, the Registrar, Dean Academic, the Finance Officer, and other authorities for their constant encouragement and administrative support. Our heartfelt thanks to all the distinguished resource persons who have accepted our invitation to share their knowledge and expertise. Their presence adds immense value to this program. In conclusion, I extend my best wishes to all the participants. I encourage you to make the most of this opportunity, learn, question, reflect, and engage actively. Let this workshop be a turning point in your academic pursuits, shaping your research to be more relevant, rigor, and impactful. Once again, I thank everyone present here for your time and support. With your blessings and guidance, we look forward to a successful and enriching 10-day journey ahead. Thank you very much.
Now, I request Dr. Sheila, librarian KSOU, to introduce our chief guest for today, Professor Chandramouli, Chairman, Department of Studies and Social Work, University of Mysore, Mysore.
Good morning, everyone. It's great privilege to introduce our chief guest, Professor Chandramouli, for this research methodology course. Professor Chandramouli is a professor and chairman of Department of Studies in Social Work, University of Mysore. He is a highly accomplished academician with over 29 years of experience in teaching, research, and academic administration. He completed his master's in social work from the University of Mysore and earned his PhD from Bangalore University. He has served the University of Mysore with distinction, currently holding the position of professor and chairman in the Department of Studies in Social Work. He also served as chairman of the Board of the Studies and Board of Examiners. and is an active member of various academic bodies across universities such as Bangalore, Tumkur, Mangalore, Gulbarga, Dharwad, and others. An enthusiastic teacher and a mentor, Professor Chandramouli has guided over 150 postgraduate research projects and is presently supervising 8 PhD scholars. His research interests span rural health, tribal welfare, menstrual hygiene, occupational safety, and social development. He has published over 17 research articles in reputed journals and has authored 3 books, including Rethinking the Idea of Disability and Social Work Dictionary. Professor Chandramouli has organized several national level workshops and seminars, including ICSSR and UGC sponsored events on topics such as human rights, digital learning, disability studies, and research methodologies. He has also delivered numerous special lectures at institutional like Administrative Training Institution, Karnataka Police Academy, and various universities across the state. He plays a key role in student development through initiatives like current fieldwork placement, orientation visits as a coordinator for CBCS and Swayam MOOCs at the department level. He is a life member of the Indian Society of Professional Social Work, the Karnataka Association of Professional Social Workers, and the National Institute of Personnel Management. Known for his leadership, commitment to student welfare, and impactful teaching, he remains a pillar of the academic and social work community. This is the brief introduction of today's chief guest, Professor Chandramouli. Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you.
Now, I request Professor Chandramouli to give the inaugural address. Please, sir.
Okay. So, ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. Am I audible? Okay. So, the Karnataka State Open University, Muktagangothri, Mysuru, the Department of Studies and Research in Library and Information Science, in association with the ICSSR, New Delhi, has sponsored this 10 days research methodology course for the Mphil, PhD, PDF for women research scholars in social sciences. And I'm here, my dear friends, to speak to all of you and motivate for a while. So, respected Professor, Honorable Vice Chancellor of the University, Professor Sharanappavi Halase, sir, Professor Lalita Ashwath, Professor retired, Department of Studies in Social Library and Information Science, Bangalore University, Bangalore, Professor Naveen Kumar SK, Registrar, Karnataka State Open University, Mysuru, in absentia, Professor Ramanatham Naidu, Dean Academics, Karnataka State Open University, Mysuru, Dr. N.R. Chandregowda, Dean, Study Center, KSOU, Mysuru, Professor C.S. Anand Kumar, Registrar Evaluation, Karnataka State Open University, Mysuru, Professor Niranjan Raj, Finance Officer, Karnataka State University, Open University, Mysuru, all the BOM members and the school directors, all the professors and academicians present here, all the participants, all the non-teaching staff, and my dear friend, Mr. Dr. Gopalaswamy, all the media personnel, and also friends. So, let me start with a slogan. There was a writer, Greek writer, by name Sophocles. He made a statement that the wonder of all wonders is man, because he has the ability of doing anything and everything. He can dream, he can fly like a bird in the sky, he can move in the water, he can swim like a fish, He can also make a satellite and move from the Earth to different planets. Recently, we have seen Dr. Subhanshu Shukla traveling across the space and staying there in the space for 20 days and coming back successfully, right? And he is also known for writing Mahakavyas like Ramayana, Mahabharata, and many more like Malayalalli Madhumagalu. I hope all of you must have read about Malayalalli Madhumagalu. Odila andre David Odi. Because in that particular novel, Kuvempu writes about a particular character, Gutti. One sari, I'll make it here and there in Kannada because all of you can understand very well. ಆ ಗುತ್ತಿ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಬರೆಯುವಾಗ ರಾತ್ರಿ ಕತ್ಲಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಹಳ್ಳನ ದಾಟ್ತಿರ್ತಾನೆ ತನ್ನ ನಾಯಿ ಜೊತೆಲಿ. ಹಳ್ಳ ದಾಟಿದ ಮೇಲೆ ಎರಡೂ ಕಾಲುಗಳು ಭಾರ ಅನಿಸುತ್ತೆ. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಬೆಂಕಿ ಹಚ್ಚಿ ನೋಡ್ತಾನೆ, ಎರಡೂ ಕಾಲುಗಳು ಮಂಡಿಯಿಂದ ಕೆಳಕ್ಕೆ ಪೂರ್ತಿ ಈ ಏನಂತೀವಿ ನಾವು ಲೀಚ್ ಅಂತ ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷ್ಲಿ ಫುಲ್ ಅಂಟ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿರ್ತವೆ ಬಿಗಿಯಾಗಿ. ಏನಂತಾರೆ, ಜಿಗಣೆಗಳು. ಅದು ಓದ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದರೆ ಮೈಯೆಲ್ಲ ಒಂಥರ ರೋಮಾಂಚನ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಿ ಆಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಡೂ ಇಟ್. ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಗ್ರೇಟ್ ನಾವೆಲ್ ದಟ್ ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ರೆಡ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಕ್ವಾಲಿಟಿ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಹ್ಯೂಮನ್ ಬೀಯಿಂಗ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ, and at the same time, my dear friends, he can also be very, very destructive. ಒಂದು ಆಟಮ್ ಬಾಂಬ್, ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಬಾಂಬನ್ನು ಕಂಡಿಡ್ದ. ಬಿನ್ ಲಾಡನ್ ಅದನ್ನು ಬೇರೆ ಥರ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡೆ. ಓಕೆ, we can really destroy the whole world within a few seconds. How can all this happen? Big question, right? Don't you think? We have all the, what you call, infinite abilities of making and destroying, and also, what you call, playing with the lives of crores of people together. I'm quoting the example of Russia-Ukraine war, and also the, Israel and Iran incidents in the recent times. We are all really have been doing a lot and at the same time destroying a lot. All these things are happening just because of research. Alva? So let me just go a little beyond. So, one of my professors, when I was a student, used to say that. He used to open this with a statement. What is research on that? So, a research is a systematic process of answering a scientific or meaningful question with a scientific answer. I'll repeat. A research is a systematic process of answering a meaningful question with a scientific solution. Navella, starting from the ancient times till today, let me quote the example of Subhanshu Shukla's journey and also the COVID. Okay, thanks to the researchers, they discovered the, vaccine. Also, millions of people have survived. Okay, so in a way, we are addressing the challenges faced by the humankind in the entire world. Okay, friends, why? So when we put a question, research question like this, why road accidents happen every day? Why? What are the effects of road accidents? Okay, what are the best can be done? What best can be done to reduce the accidents? Okay, and what are the measures that we have to take up? So all these questions, meaningful questions, should be answered in a systematic and scientific way. That is what we call research. Okay? Coming to the next, again, the main question, why research? All of you know that. We conduct research to improve the quality of life. Okay? ಮನುಷ್ಯ ಹುಟ್ಟಿದಾಗ ಕಾಡು ಮೇಡುಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಅಲಿತಿದ್ದ, ಗಡ್ಡೆ ಗೆಣಸು ತಿಂತಿದ್ದ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಒಂದಿನ ಮಿಸ್ಸಾಗಿ ಕಲ್ಲುಗಳು ಟಚ್ ಆಗಿ ಬೆಂಕಿ ಹುಟ್ಕತ್ತು, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಗೆಡ್ಡೆ ಗೆಣಸುಗಳು ಬೆಂದೋದು, ತಿಂದ. ವಾವ್, ಹಿ ರಿಯಲೈಸ್ಡ್ ಬೆಂಕಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಬೇಯಿಸಿದ್ರೆ ಆಹಾರ ಪದಾರ್ಥಗಳು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿರ್ತವೆ ಅಂತ. So that is the beginning of the research, okay, and it has evolved with the evolution of the society itself. Now we are all here sitting, okay, decently with a lot of dignity and honor, right? So when we speak about the concept of why research, okay, it is to develop better social policies, okay? If you ask me to give me an example, India has become the number 1 in the population now. We have overtaken China. And it is going to be a big impactful factor with regard to the socio-economic and cultural development, okay, in the future too, in the future days. We need to control the population. We need policies. And all of you should do it, okay? So, we need to do research because we have to control our social behavior. Lot of anti-social activities are happening. Child trafficking is rampant. Human trafficking is rampant. Okay? Cyber crimes have been taking place. And all of you have the responsibility of taking up research and finding the scientific solutions to them. Okay? Further, why research? It is to achieve social development. Okay? Social development. ಸಾಮಾಜಿಕ ಅಭಿವೃದ್ಧಿ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ research ಬಹಳ ಮುಖ್ಯ. Okay? And again, finally, why research? Because we have to improve the international relations so that wars can be minimized. I cannot say that we can completely prevent them. Wars can be minimized and the international peace can be established. So, at the international level also, you people have a bigger role to play with regard to improving the relationship between different countries. Okay? So friends, we have to move towards sustainable human development in the entire world. Last point, coming to the last point, how to select topics. Very important idu. ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂದರೆ ಇನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡಿಂಗ್ ಮೀ ಐಮ್ ಟೆಲಿಂಗ್ ಒಂದು PhD ಬೇಕು ಅದಕ್ಕೇನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂದರೆ ಎ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಆನ್ ಆಬ್ಸೆಂಟಿಸಮ್ ಅಟ್ ಶಾಹಿ ಗಾರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇಂಡಸ್ಟ್ರಿ ವಿತ್ ಸ್ಪೆಷಲ್ ರೆಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಟು ಮೈಸೂರು ಇಂಡಸ್ಟ್ರಿಯಲ್ ಏರಿಯಾ. This topic and many more, I have listed out few, like a study on the empowerment of women through self-help groups. ಇದು ಆಲ್ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ 25 years ಹಳೆಯ ಟಾಪಿಕ್ಕು, ಬಟ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ ಈಗಲೂ ತಗೋತೀವಿ ನಾವು. ಯಾಕೆ ಅಂದರೆ PhD ಬೇಕು ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಯು ಎವರ್ ಥಾಟ್ ಲೈಕ್ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಯೂಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿಸ್ PhD degree or the research that you people do with this obsolete, outdated topics? Okay? ನೀವು PhD degree ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ ನಿಮಗೆ, ಪ್ರಮೋಷನ್ಸು ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. But I tell you, what is the social value of your research? Is there any value? If you take such mundane or useless or I can say, obsolete topics? No. Okay? So friends, believe me, it is a waste of time. We do it just for the sake of getting our degrees. Then, how to select the topics? You are all youngsters. My dear friends, you have to look for new areas which are socially relevant. When I was participating in a refresher course, one of my resource persons said, look for new areas which are really affecting the quality of life of people. ಸಿ ಚಾಮರಾಜನಗರದಿಂದ ಈ ಕಡೆ ನಾಗನಹಳ್ಳಿ ಮಂಡ್ಯ ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ ಈ ಕಡೆ ಗದ್ದಿಗೆಯಿಂದ ದಿನ ಸುಮಾರು 300 to 500 ಜನ ಲೇಬರರ್ಸ್ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ. ಆಲ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಸ್ಪೀಚ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಹಿಯರಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಹತ್ರ ಕಾಯ್ತಾ ಕೂತ್ಕೋತಾರೆ ಅವ್ರು ಕಾಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟರ್ಗೋಸ್ಕರ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕುವೆಂಪು ನಗರ ಆ ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ ಬಂದವರು, ಚಾಮರಾಜನಗರದಿಂದ ಬಂದವರು ಕುವೆಂಪು ನಗರ ಕಾಂಪ್ಲೆಕ್ಸ್ ಹತ್ರ ಕಾಯ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ ಒಂದು 200 ಜನ. ಸೊ 8 to 9 ತನಕ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ ಪಾಪ. See, they are the people who deserved to be researched. See, in the entire country, believe me, thousands and thousands of agriculturists are committing suicides. Are we researching upon them? We need to do upon them. We need to do the research upon them. Yakendare, we have to find out the best possible remedies to reduce the suicides. Because we call all of the human beings as human resources, the builders of the nation. So we want people to live. So, ನಮಗೆ ಅನ್ನ ಹಾಕೋ ಅನ್ನದಾತನ್ನೇ ಸಾಯಕ್ಕೆ ಬಿಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ ನಾವು. So let us take up the research topic on these type of highly relevant topics. Okay? So look for new areas. For example, a study on the, what do you call, menstrual health among tribal adolescents. ನನಗೆ ನನ್ನ ಒಂದು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟು ಇದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ರಿಸರ್ಚ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಫೈಂಡಿಂಗ್ಸ್ನ ಐ ವಾಸ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಥ್ರೂ. ನನ್ನ ಕಣ್ಣಲ್ಲಿ ನೀರು ಬರೋದೊಂದು ಬಾಕಿ. ಬಿಲೀವ್ ಮೀ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್, ನಮಗೆಲ್ಲ ಓದಿದ್ದೀವಿ, ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ ಸಿಟಿಲಿದ್ದೀವಿ, ನಮಗೆ ಪ್ಯಾಡ್ಸಿಂದ ಹಿಡಿದು ಎಲ್ಲ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ, ಕಪ್ಸು ಎಲ್ಲ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. ಬಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಯು ಎವರ್ ಥಾಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಸ್ಟೇಟಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಮೆನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರುವಲ್ ಹೆಲ್ತ್ ಆಫ್ women, particularly adolescents, who are living in the tribal settlements? Never. ಪಾಪ ಒಂದೊಂದು ಸಾರಿ ಅವರು UTI, ಅದೇನಂತಾರೆ, ಯೂರಿನರಿ ಟ್ರ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಇನ್ಫೆಕ್ಷನ್ಗೆ ಗುರಿಯಾಗಿ ಎಷ್ಟೋ ಜನ ಪ್ರಾಣ ಕಳ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅಂಥದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ರಿಸರ್ಚ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಬ್ರಿಂಗ್ ಔಟ್ ಬೆಟರ್ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್, ಗಿವ್ ಅ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ಸ್ ಟು ದ್ಯಾಮ್. ಕಮಿಂಗ್ ಟು ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್, ಹೌ ಟು ಇಂಪ್ರೂವ್ the forest cover and reduce the carbon footprint on the land. That is the biggest thrusting area that the pure scientists can plan of. How to control global warming and climate change. So one day I was reading through a newspaper. There was published a researched article, not a researched article, but an article published by an environmental scientist. Okay? A media person asks a question, Madam, whether this global warming can be taken back, or maybe can it be reversed back? Anta question keltare. Avaga that lady, environmentalist, says, no. We cannot reverse the global warming, but we can slow it down. ಅಂತ ನೀವು ಮಾಡಿ, ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಯಾರು ನೀವು, those who are intending to take up the research, take up the ways and the measures, the topic on how to reduce carbon emissions, carbon footprints, okay, and what type of life all of us should follow to control the global warming, because that is the need of the day. Nan Mysuru bandaga, Mysuru was like a heaven. The entire city was air conditioned. I'm speaking about 35 years back. Okay? Railway station inda Marimalappa college ge dodda trunk idkondo, bigiyada balavada bharavada trunk idkondo nange gottilla ಆಟೋಲ್ ಬರಬೇಕು ಅಂತ. And I just came there by walk. I never felt discomfort. But today, staying in my own home during summer is becoming more hell, because the temperature is going up. Take up the research topics on these areas. Okay? So friends, we also can think of taking up research on how to protect water resources. Alva? ಸೌತ್ ಆಫ್ರಿಕಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ದೇಶದಲ್ಲಿ ಜನ ಆ ಸಿಟಿನೇ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಹೊರಟೋದ್ರು. ಇಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಬಿನ್ ಡಿಕ್ಲೇರ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ದ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಫ್ರೀ ಸಿಟಿ ಇನ್ ದ ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್. ಯಾಕೆಂದರೆ ಥೌಸಂಡ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಮೀಟರ್ಸ್ನ ಡಿಗ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ನೀರು ಸಿಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಓಕೆ, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ ಆಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಸ್ ಶುಡ್ ಥಿಂಕ್ ಆಫ್ ಸೇವಿಂಗ್ ಅವರ್ ವಾಟರ್ ರಿಸೋರ್ಸಸ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಮೈ ಡಿಯರ್ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್, ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಲಿಟಲ್ ಬಿಟ್ ಫರ್ದರ್, our research topics should be socially relevant. ಸಾಮಾಜಿಕವಾಗಿ ನಾವು ಮಾಡುವ ಸಂಶೋಧನೆ ಉಪಯುಕ್ತವಾಗಿರಬೇಕು. Okay? So Do conduct extensive reading. ಹೇಗೆ ನಾವು ಸೂಕ್ತವಾದ ರಿಸರ್ಚ್ ಟಾಪಿಕ್ಸ್ನ ತಗೋಬಹುದು, ನಮ್ಮ ಗೈಡೋ ಅಥವಾ ನಮ್ಮ ಫ್ರೆಂಡೋ ಯಾರೋ ಹೇಳಿದ ಮಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ನಾವು ತಗೋಬಾರ್ದು. ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ರೀಡ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸಿವ್ಲಿ. ಇನ್ ಕೇಸ್ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ ಯೋರ್ ಮೈಂಡ್, collect the relevant data, okay? Extensive reviews will always make you a very good researcher. ನಮ್ಮ ಪ್ರೊಫೆಸರ್ ಒಬ್ಬರು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು ನನಗೆ, ರಿಯಲಿ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ಡಿಸ್ಕರೇಜಿಂಗ್, ಬಟ್ ಸ್ಟಿಲ್ ಐ ಟೆಲ್ ಯು, ಎಷ್ಟರ ಮಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಅಂದರೆ, ಮೌಳಿ ನೀನು PhD ಥೀಸಿಸ್ ಬರೆಯೋವಾಗ, ನಿಂದೆಲ್ಲ ಮುಗಿಸಿ ಬರೆಯೋವಾಗ ನಿನ್ನ ಹತ್ರ ಎಷ್ಟು ರಿವ್ಯೂಸ್ ಇರಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ ಜೆರಾಕ್ಸ್ಡ್ ಕಾಪೀಸು ಒಂದು ಫುಲ್ ಅಲ್ಮಿರಾ ತುಂಬ ಇರಬೇಕು ಅಂತ. ನಾನು ಅಂದ್ಕೊಂಡೆ ಅಬ್ಬಬ್ಬಬ್ಬ ಮಾಡ್ದಂಗೆ ಇವ್ರ ಹತ್ರ ಅಂತ. ಬಟ್ ಸ್ಟಿಲ್ ಐ ಟೆಲ್ ಯು, ಹೀ ವಾಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್. ನೀವು ಎಷ್ಟು ರಿವ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರೋ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಇಂಟೆನ್ಸಿವ್ ಆಸ್ ವೆಲ್ ಆಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸಿವ್ ನಾಲೆಡ್ಜ್ ಸಿಗ್ತದೆ. ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ವೈಲ್ ಸೆಲೆಕ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ದ ಟಾಪಿಕ್, ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ವಿತ್ ಯುವರ್ ಮೆಂಟರ್ಸ್, ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪರ್ಟ್ಸ್, peer groups or friends who knows the subject, okay? And finally, choose something which are genuinely interests you. ನಿಮಗೆ ಹೃದಯಕ್ಕೆ ಹತ್ತಿರವಾದ ಟಾಪಿಕ್ನ ಸೆಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಅವಾಗ that really motivates you to continue the journey of research. ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಯಾರೋ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ಅಂತ ತಗೊಂಬಿಟ್ಟು ಹಿಂದೆ ಮುಂದೆ ನೋಡಿದೆ, ಅರ್ಧಕ್ಕೆ ಬಂದಾಗ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಮೈ ಗಾಡ್, ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ರಿಯಲಿ ಟೇಕಿಂಗ್ ಅವೇ ಲಾಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಮೀ. ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ ವಿ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಲೂಸಿಂಗ್ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್. that should not be the way. We need to be like ಮದುವೆ ಆಗುವಾಗ ಹುಡುಗಿ ಹುಡುಕ್ತೀವಲ್ಲ ನಾವು, ಹಂಗೆ ಹುಡುಕ್ಬೇಕು, ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಓಕೆ, ವಿತ್ ದಿಸ್ I thank all the organizers of this 10 days workshop, and I thank the Honorable Vice Chancellor and also all the dignitaries present on the dais, and all the professors and friends present in the hall. My dear friends, research should enable us to live and lead a sustainable way of living. I can say, ನಾವು ಬದುಕಬೇಕು, ನಮ್ಮ ಜೊತೆಲಿ ಈ ನೇಚರು ಇರಬೇಕು, ಜೊತೆಲಿ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಲೀವ್ ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್, ನೇಚರ್ ರಿಸೋರ್ಸಸ್ ಟು ಅವರ್ ಫರ್ದರ್ ಫ್ಯೂಚರ್ ಜನರೇಷನ್ಸ್. ಅದಾಗಿರಬೇಕು. ಓಕೆ, ವಿತ್ ದಿಸ್ ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಐ ಕನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡ್ ಮೈ ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಆಲ್. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಒನ್ಸ್ ಅಗೇನ್.
Thank you very much, sir, for those enlightening words. Now I request Dr. Vidya, Assistant Professor, Library and Information Science, to introduce our keynote speaker today, Professor Lalita Ashok, Professor retired DOS in Library and Information Science, Bangalore University, Bangalore.
Good morning, all. Dr. Lalita Ashwath Madam is a retired professor of Library and Information Science. She obtained her MLIC and PhD from the University of Mysuru, the oldest university in Karnataka. She taught Library and Information for 37 years at Bangalore University. She covers area of teaching were human resource management, information processing retrieval, and research methodology. She has published more than 60 research papers in both national and international journals, and she also edited few books. Professor Lalita Ashwath Madam, in addition to being the chairperson of department, held several important positions in the university. They are Director of UGC HRDC, Director of the University Publication Division called Prasaranga, and Chairperson of the Anti-Gender Discrimination and Sexual Harassment Cell. She also served in several institutions outside the university. The most significant one among them are member of IGNOU, Social Science School Board, New Delhi, member of SAP Advisory Committee, Karnataka University, and visiting faculty of the University of Jammu and Osmania University, Hyderabad. Recognizing her dedicated and distinguished meritorious service in the area of library and information science, the government of Karnataka conferred on her the Granthalaya Seva Puraskara in 2016. Her contribution have significantly enhanced the academic landscape, fostering a greater appreciation for library science across various institutions. Furthermore, her commitment to mentoring aspiring professionals in the fields continues to inspire many. Thank you.
Now, I request Professor Lalita Madam to render the keynote address. Stage is yours.
Let it be this side. Thank you. Good morning, everybody. Honorable Vice Chancellor, sir. Honorable Chief Guest of the function today, Professor Chandramouli. Vice Chancellor, sir, Professor Sharanappa Halse, sorry, Halse. And all the other administrative staff of the university, Registrar, Dean, Dean of Study Center, Registrar Evaluation, Finance Officer, and the director of this course, Dr. Prakash, and the co-director of the course, Dr. Shilpa Rani, and all the other staff and students who have gathered here. I take this opportunity to thank Professor Shilpa Rani and Dr. Prakash for extending an invitation to be present here to deliver this keynote address. And thank the university for providing them an opportunity to undertake this program with the assistance of ICSSR. Thank you. With this, okay, greetings. I would like to have a brief understanding of my journey in library and information science research field. To be very precise, it is an honor to stand before you today to reflect on the research methods in social sciences. I quote that, research methods in social sciences. Science is different from social sciences here. Okay? Over a period of time, my understanding and also my gathering of knowledge, how they have evolved. Over a period of time, when we stand now and we look at it, what we were and where we are now, and how we have come to this stage. This is the question we have to put ourselves. Okay, we have gone through such a stage where we do not know where we are heading towards now, particularly in the era of AI, artificial intelligence. Okay, it may override us. The whole society may be overtaken by AI. Here, see, we are observing a rapid technological change, shifting the societal landscapes, what we were experiencing maybe the past half a century, and the shift what we are seeing from a Puritan concept to a multidisciplinary approach what we are observing now. This convergence over the approaches of the social inquiry, that this convergence actually keep the pace for development of certain things, okay? When I say certain things here, we should remember there are two important issues we have to deal with. Actually, I want to start this particular issue by quoting a poem by Rudyard Kipling. Rudyard Kipling, in his poem, I employed 6 honest serving. They taught me what all I knew. Their names are what, why, when, where, how, and who. Just put these question marks to anything and everything you come across. Definitely you are going to create knowledge. Putting these questions, we are going to create knowledge. Before understanding the concept of methodology of research, one of the most mandatory aspects we need to understand is epistemology. What is epistemology? Epistemology is production of knowledge. How do we produce knowledge? Who is going to produce knowledge? See, here in the production of knowledge, there are two important aspects we have to consider basically. One is, let us say, understanding of the nature of phenomena, and then understanding of the nature of human society. These are the two important things we are supposed to start with. Understanding the nature of phenomena, nature is coded. We are trying to decode it from time to time, understand the nature, and also use the nature for our own benefit. Except the human animal, no other animal has distorted this nature to the extent we have done it. We do not know. Gandhi used to say, okay, this earth has everything to satisfy the needs of people, but not the greed of people. We have become so greedy, we are destroying our own resources. Okay, so here, that means when you understand the concept of production of knowledge, okay, once the production of knowledge, when you start, along with that also, I think one more important aspect we have to remember, understand the phenomena of ignorance, along with nature, human society, and ignorance. When I say ignorance, okay, we have to understand that concept of ignorance. That reminds me of one small story from Socrates. Socrates, you know, a great Greek philosopher. He is from Athens. In Athens, suddenly, Athens is a seat of scholarship, all of you know. One day, all of a sudden, all the scholars together they start discussing, we are all scholars, who is great among them? Who is the best among them? Everybody starts claiming, I am the best, I am the best, I am the great, I am the great. They could not reach any conclusions. So they decide, let us go to the goddess Athene. We will ask her, let her decide who is great among ourselves. That time, they go to the Athene, and Athene says, Socrates is the greatest person. Socrates is a great scholar. Now they start searching among themselves, who is Socrates, who is Socrates was not there. Then they go in search of Socrates. Socrates was sitting at a corner of the street, talking to some villagers, discussing philosophy. You know, Socrates is known for his questioning ability. Each and every person used to question and make them think. Okay, that is the reason he suffered a lot in his life. Okay, provoking people to question. So here, then he says, everybody will go to them and ask, okay, Socrates, what is that you know more than us? We are all scholars, but we have not heard of you. We have not seen you at all in our group. What is that you know? For that, Socrates says, no, I am not at all great. Okay, but I know one thing. You are all great personalities. You know many things. But I know one thing. I do know, I do not know. ನಿಮ್ಮಂಥ ಸ್ಕಾಲರ್ ನಾನಲ್ಲ, ಆದರೆ ನನಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಅನ್ನೋದು ನನಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ, ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಅನ್ನೋದು ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. That is ignorance. If you understand the concept of ignorance, your research is going to be in a proper direction. Ignorance is, so I do know, to promote, and one more that reminds me. Okay, sorry, here and there I am going to quote something from the different literature I have read. Okay, I do know that I do not know, but you people, you understand yourself. Recently I was reading, okay, of course I had read it, I am reading it second time, The Origin by Dan Brown. In that one, the author says, okay, it is a conflict between, or it is a, let's say, discourse between science and religion. Okay, origin of life it is, how life is going to be. Church will always say God is the creator. Science will say, no, amoeba is, we evolved. Okay, if you believe Charles Darwin's theory of evolution, we are evolved from a small single cell, amoeba. Okay, right. So there he says, to promote ignorance is to empower it. Okay, ignorance should not be promoted. Ignorance should be dealt with. You have to deal with the ignorance. So ignorance is also, along with your, let us say, nature and human society, ignorance needs to be properly dealt with. So we as a society are the manifestation of the past. Nothing we have created. Nothing we have created, everything we have borrowed, even what we have borrowed from our predecessors, we are unable to use it properly. Take our language, take our value system, take our nature, take our social fabric we had, everything has been gradually, it is being destroyed. So we are going to talk about the social science research methodology. Okay, here we should understand that. See, as we are the embodiment of past, and also we are the link between unseeable past and also unseeable future. We do not know where we are going to be. 10 years back, we were not knowing. 20 years back, we were not knowing what we are going to become. But now we do not know where the AI is going to take us. Every day, one invention, every day, one thing is coming. Okay? How our social fabric is going to say, society is going to change. We have built this society with lots and lots of pain and pleasure to this stage. We have to retain the society. So here, any phenomena you are going to deal with need to understand certain facts. Facts only we can think of, not the truth. We can go nearer to truth because truth is going to change always. It is not, there is no truth which is permanent. So here, when I say truth, not only in social sciences, even in sciences also, there are no truths we can say. In social sciences actually, things are changing because we are changing every minute, because we are influenced by many things. Maybe known or unknown, we are going to be influenced. The mind you are having at this particular point, if at all something happens suddenly, some news comes, something you hear, suddenly your mind is going to change. Your, let us say, mental ability is going to get transformed into something else. So here we may go nearer to the truth, but we try to find out facts. But here, I would like to say, not only in social sciences, even in sciences also, we have a lot of such changes we have seen. So we know as the creation of the society, religion says, okay, God is the creator of the society. Okay, whichever the philosophy you believe in, whichever the religion you believe in. Whereas later, after some, that is, it was geocentric concept. Geocentric concept used to say sun is revolving around the earth. That is religious one. Whereas later, Copernicus, what he said? No, it is heliocentric. Earth is moving around the sun on its own axis. Not sun is moving, earth is moving. Okay. Similarly, John Dalton, he said atom is not divisible. Whereas later, J.J. Thomson said, no, atom is divisible. We have divided and also created atom bombs. When they have created, the purpose was very good, used for the constructive work. But here, sociology or the society is changing, the way we look at the society and the way we have become self-centered individuals. Okay, we have no society as such. Individual is a society now. We had a family concept, bigger one. Now we are a family by one. Each individual is a family now. Okay, try to understand that. So here, to enhance the knowledge in any of the field we are trying to, or in any way, whenever we want to develop the knowledge or produce knowledge, the only means we have is through research. The only gateway we have is through research. So here, it is, how do we, let us say, define research? Okay? Professor was talking about defining research and definitions, etc. I said. See, I put it as it is a tool. Research is a tool. It is a process, and also we can say it is an argument you are going to put forth. Later you are going to either prove that argument or you may change that argument, but you are going to start with a doubt always. Without a doubt, you cannot have any research at all. So social sciences, when we talk about, it is not a monolith. Social science is not a monolith. It has got many branches. In each branch, you have lots of different domains. Now, each of the domain or each of the branch is going to be a self-reflective concept. Everything, economics, you say automatically the person who is teaching economics or the person who is well-versed in economics, his language is going to be economics only. Sociology, that is different. Psychologists, they speak a different language. Medical people, they speak. Lawyers, they speak a different language. Library science, we speak a different language. Of course, everybody deal with The day-to-day activities only. The way we are going to approach things, it is going to be different. So here, when they are dealing with the different domains, that method of approach is also different. The way they are going to conduct research, methodologies they are going to use, and the kind of data they are going to use, everything is going to be different. Their approach is going to be different. Finally, they end up in certain understanding, the construct or the knowledge production. So here, that means when we are having a different approaches, we are going to have different understanding. And the sources of information for all the understanding, maybe we have oral tradition to recorded tradition also from very primitive stage. That is only after Gutenberg revolution we can see print has come into. Before that we have manuscripts, we have palm leaves, etc., etc. And also oral tradition is, even now it is continuing. So here the production of information, production of knowledge was by a particular class of people who are little educated and also who are capable of understanding and also expressing themselves, which is going to be beneficial to the society. Not all. Not all were knowledge producers, only very few were knowledge producers. So here, for instance, to give you one small example, when we look at a source, let us say you may be doing research in certain areas, you look at lots of records, maybe in some office record you are looking, some decisions have taken place. When you look at the office record, only decisions you can make out in the record. To arrive at that decision, what and all transpired, what discussions, who said it, what and what directions they have shown, etc., cannot be known. You cannot know, only decision you can understand. When a person writes a book, you can understand what he has said as a story, as a novel or a poem, etc. But behind that, what and all has transpired him to take the decision of writing and what he has written, what context he has written. When you read that book or when you read that piece of information, you may not get the same kind of an understanding or the perception as what the author meant to. If you read a book, one book can be read by many, all the many are going to have many ways of opinion on the same book. So that is the beauty of this understanding and also the knowledge production. So here, the sources they are going to consult, maybe documentary or human sources, or now we are going to have electronic sources, other digital sources, let us say. So certain issues have not been mentioned in a particular document, let us say. You know from some other source, certain things have been missing in a particular document. That missing may be intentional or they are trying to, may not be important for the person who has presented it. Here, whenever such silence is there, information is important. What is silent in that is also important. What has not been said, what is important to you may not be important to me. What is important to me may not be important to Shilpa. So at that time, so here it depends on the individual who is going to probe, individual who is going to look into the issue. So here, particularly standing at this juncture, this workshop is meant for women research scholars. Okay, women research scholars, thanks to Jyotibai Phule and Savitribai Phule. Whose efforts have paved the way for us to be standing here. We should be very grateful to these two souls. Without them, women would not have reached this stage. Yes, we have gone into the space also. Whatever may be the development that we have seen, even now, women or this female community is not having any security in the society. That is the stage. In her own house, she is not secure. Even in the womb of the mother, she is not secure. So that is the stage. Try to understand the women. It is a community. It is a natural community, but we are unable to understand it properly. Okay, you are all postgraduates trying to take up research topic. Your branches of knowledge may be different, might have some awareness of what are the methodologies you are going to, you might have discussed with your research guides, etc. So here, we'll try to highlight some of the developments over a past maybe few decades or 1 or 2 decades back. For instance, the past 25 years or first quarter of this 21st century, social science research methods have undergone a revolutionary change, very significant shifts we can see. both incremental and also it is transformative. In terms of sources and also in terms of the way we look at the sources, the way we use it, and also the way we are going to use the sources. There is a total transformation. We library science professionals deal with information transfer business, I say now. I used to say earlier, information transfer service, now it has become a business. Information transfer business. Everywhere we try to look for the profit. Okay, so this significant transformations, one is the data creation, the other one is digitization of that data. All the data we have created, there is explosion of digital data. Earlier we used to say information explosion, now everything is going to be a data explosion, which has changed the way we collect the information, we analyze, we understand the social phenomena. For instance, all our social medias, they were only information transfer, or they were platforms for communication. Now, this platforms of communication, or whether you take it Facebook or Twitter or whatever, the WhatsApp, that is a big university it has become now. Okay, they have become very massive sociological data sets there. Each platform is going to be a set. So research methods now, they use the digital information, and also they use GPS data. Online behaviors we are able to collect through online, and also all the data we have collected is going to be in algorithmic form. We are, for a computer, we are nothing but an algorithm. Once you start, enter a particular social platform, you are followed. You have no privacy at all. No one has got any privacy at all. Anything, any one button you click, next time, whatever you have clicked and searched, relating to it, next time you are going to hundreds of it on your mobile has become. So here, whether you are going to talk about let us say, that is whether political, religious, or it may be mental health, or it may be global warming, what the earlier speaker mentioned about. So everywhere we are going to use this kind of a digital data. And also the digitization has provided us very quick access to information, quick access to data. And then while dealing with this kind of both, we have traditional sources one, and also this digital platform, both we are supposed to use it now. That resulted in mixed methods. And also methodologically, we are pluralists now. We are going to employ very, there is a very strong move towards interdisciplinary and also multidisciplinary. Different people are going to come together now. In the publications you can see, we are going to use ethnographic interviews. We are not only talking about one field, we are going to talk about two fields together. When I look at a person, he is a person as a social individual and also an expert in technology. So technologically his understanding and socially his behavior, we are going to tally it. That means we are combining the different fields. So this blending, that is the discourses of blending different disciplines, is going to be the very complex social reality now. Understanding any piece of any piece of information or a document, it is not going to be that easy. And we have become participatory and also decolonized approaches we are using. That is, we are pushing ourselves towards participating every aspect of decision making. I said knowledge creation was only by a particular class of people earlier. Now knowledge creation is by everybody, because you are having that small device in your hand. Even an uneducated person can create. Whenever you start searching something, your personality is going to be recorded there. You are observed, you are followed. Okay, in that way, so here where communities are not merely the, let us say, the subjects of study, now they have become co-creators of knowledge. Any villager now, anybody, even a tangawala or a vegetable vendor, yeah, they are using, they are contributing. So whenever you, even to pay one small amount, when you press the button, automatically you are recorded. All your transactions are recorded. Okay. So with this, that means epistemology, the production of knowledge is changing. Ways of production of knowledge is changing. With this, where are we going to stand? Where do we stand now? Okay, current research methods is not going to be, okay, just based on the traditional methodologies we have found out, like survey method, case study method, historical, etc., etc. So here it is going to be digital and computational techniques we are using. So we are using natural language processing, machine learning, and also network analysis, etc. Without writing here, you are going to have many things done. Without reading, you are going to do many things done. You need not have to read anything. There is some agent who is going to read for you. I have few more minutes. 5 minutes more, I think. Okay. See here, methodologically, we have started using all the mechanical gadgets for our data collection. Earlier, we were doing manually. Now we are doing with the help of your mobile or your electronic devices. Online transactions are going up. And in addition to that, now we have got one more bhutha in front of us, that is your artificial intelligence. This artificial intelligence can do anything and everything for you, provided you control it properly. Keep that in control. If at all the way they are fighting now for the production of this artificial intelligence tools, it is an agent tools. Okay, China is producing one, ChatGPT is there. Each can perform. When it can perform, try to have some kind of a coordination and decision making, what for we are going to use, what for we are not going to use. We have to make an international level decisions where we are going to have an agreement, like non-aligned movement, etc. For the war and other things, okay, we have an agreement, but we are violating this agreement now. One war is sufficient to destroy the whole world. So here, this technology, AI technology, if at all you do not control, you do not make proper decisions regarding where to use, what to use, and how to use, etc., it is going to take control of us. When it takes control of us, we can never control it. Now, the children are given our pandemic. Research has gone in such a speed. Within a year's time, the vaccine was produced. Earlier, it used to take tens and tens of years to test the different parameters for application. Here, within a year, vaccines were prepared and also many lives were saved. Okay, that is the advantage of your technology, let us say. But at the same time, if you don't control the technology, that time we gave mobiles to our children's hand. Now you cannot take it back. But you should know how to, certain of the countries are controlling the use of mobiles in primary schools now. Up to certain age, they don't even give the mobile to the child's hand. They have come across, the study has said, up to 12 years of age, if at all mobile usage is more with the child, brain development would be affected. But no, we have not realized it. In our society, what we are observing practically, every child is going to be with the mobile. Every person, even while traveling, even while walking, etc., they are going to hold the mobile. They look at the mobile and keep walking. So this is the society. So this particular AI, it can do everything, I said. Yes, for a researcher, it is a very handy tool. You want to frame the title or you want to select the topic, area you say, it will give you a question. You want to modify it, you instruct it, it will modify. You will ask them to list the objectives, it will list the objectives. It will tell you what are the tools you have to use for data collection. It will make your questionnaire, you will make your interview schedule. It can do, and once the data is collected, you ask it to analyze, it will analyze. Then ask it to write the results, it will write. Your thesis is written by, then the question arises, who is the author of the thesis? Is it AI or you? Everything you have instructed to your agent has done it. Earlier, few of the people have seen, when a questionnaire is given, they used to give it to the student, give it to some assistant, you fill up the questionnaire and give it. Actually, I asked your opinion. Your opinion, how your assistant or your student will know. So the data what we have gathered, what we are going to use for decision making may not be reliable at all. So here, the the flexibilities and also the data justice, etc., are going to be some of the issues we have to deal with. See here, okay, I'll try to finish that. There are many methods, sir. Sorry, sir, 2 minutes into the take. Let me, all that is to say, it has become a citizen science now. No more a discipline, say science, social science, or humanities, or commerce, etc., we are talking about. Citizen science and open methods we have come to. Citizen science, every citizen is going to be coordinating. That is, prerequisite is you are going to have your open data set you are going to create, and also collaborative platforms you are going to create. From all the collaborative platforms, you can collect the data. Each one is going to be a contributor there. You cannot say this is a subject, this is, let us say, the object of a study, etc. So they are going to be, that is in an environment where whether it's a public health or educational reforms or education, that has become a very big issue now. You know, NEP is started with an intention of having a multifaceted approach to education. Whether it is suitable for us or not, we do not know. Whether we are prepared for it or not, we do not know. But, and also, here, who are going to be the participants? Earlier, only educationists were participants. Now, the common public is also participant. Public are participating in the discussion of what should be taught in the schools, what should be the educational provided to the students, etc. So here we have started monitoring not only the environment or the public health, even the education. Therefore, we cannot take research methods as just a tool, okay, just a methodology, just a procedure, etc. They are the mirrors of our epistemological commitments, epistemological, let us say, growth. And it lenses our social understanding of the world. Social understanding of the world. So with this, I would like to conclude with a few, let us say, quotations. See here, nothing we can stop, whether it's ancient, medieval, or the modern, the periods, are from the day we realized we have become humans, actual human beings. Say, you should read Yuval Harare's Homo Sapiens book. He has beautifully written. Okay. Many billions of years taken us to come to this stage. From, let us say, Neanderthals, or maybe from amoeba to this stage. Just imagine. Unimaginable number of years. We cannot even think of how many zeros we have to add to a billion or a trillion or etc. So here, in that one, okay, in the whole of the thing, we cannot particularly demarcate and say, so only, let us say, arbitrarily we have divided. Here we cannot say time has stopped and a new time has started. Okay, even in our traditional way we say, we have started with Satya Yuga, then Dwapara, Treta Yuga, and Kali Yuga you have come. Again we are going to go back to Satya Yuga, they say. We do not know when Satya Yuga started, when Kali Yuga started. No, for that one small thing you say. When Dharmaraya occupied the seat of Hastinapura as a king, that time there was a darbar going on. Two farmers come with a dispute. Those two farmers, one will say, Maharaja, I have sold this land to the person. Now he is saying he got some gold in that piece of land. When he was digging for construction, he found a part of gold. Okay, he is selling, it is mine. No, I cannot take because I have sold the land. He has to keep it. That man says, no, I only purchased the land, not the gold inside. It belongs to you. For that, Dharmaraya was in a fix how to solve this. Krishna says, you ask them to come tomorrow. They come back to the darbar tomorrow, and they say, each one starts claiming, Maharaja, I sold my land only, not the gold. Gold belongs to me. And the other person says, no, I have purchased the land. Whatever is inside, it is mine. That time he says, now Kali Yuga started. Okay, that's it. That means it is always a continuous one. In that, I would like to quote T.S. Eliot. Eliot says, time past and time present, perhaps present in time future, and time future contains time past. Okay, here whenever you think of understanding something, Understanding, particularly here, understanding with a guru now. Earlier we used to say, guru has been put it in such a sacred place. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. When we have that as a concept of guru, you know, Ekalavya story, all of you know, right? Ekalavya sacrificed his, Drona asked his thumb as a Guru Dakshina. How can we think of a guru asking Guru Dakshina of a life of a student? Is that the interpretation we are going to have? Is that the way we are going to understand the guru? No. Guru is always a giver. Guru Brahma, all Trimurtis we are going to see in Guru. Instead of that, the other interpretation is, no, understanding the dilemma in which Drona was standing at that time, Ekalavya sacrificed his thumb. Guru did not ask for Guru Dakshina. How is it? Don't you think it has got some sanctity? Guru has got certain sanctity? Yes, Guru. And how do we understand that Guru? I don't know, one or two. See, here Guru means, that remains, Devi Prasad Chattopadhyaya, one of the greatest historians of our times, in his book, Musings in Ideology, he quotes one small story from, what's that? Chandogya Upanishad, a story of a father and a son. Aruni Uddalaka is the father who sends his son Shvataketu for Gurukula education at the age of 12. He comes back with education at the age of 24. While having a discourse with the son, father asks, son, have you ever thought of who is the preceptor? Who is Guru? Preceptor means who is Guru? He says, no, father, I have read Vedas, Upanishads and all. I have expertise. I have learned all these things, but I never thought of who is a preceptor or who is a Guru. For that he says, Guru is one. By coming in contact with that Guru, what is not understood becomes understood. What is not thought of becomes thought of. What is not heard of becomes heard of. So, Gurus is anybody can be Guru who can perform these things. What has been thought of becomes thought of by contacting that Guru. What has been not heard becomes heard of. What has been not understood becomes heard of. I usually try to appropriate that to in research methodology class I used to teach. Even a researcher, a good researcher is going to end up with what is not heard of becomes heard of through his research. What is not understood becomes understood. What is, what is that word? Thought of? Sorry, just 1 second, I missed it. Okay, these are the 3 qualities a teacher should have, even a researcher should have. You end up with something you understand, something you think of, and also something you are going to deal with. Okay, so here we are not going here to promote the ignorance, to empower it, but we are going to, at the same time, when I said, quote this T.S. Eliot's, the time past and time present, perhaps present in time future, and time future contains time past. The same thing Allama Prabhu has said. Okay, Adige Adiyu illa, Antyake Antyavu illa. There is no beginning to the beginning, there is no end to the end. With this, I stop. Thank you all.
We understand Lalita Madam is ocean of knowledge. By the deliver keynote address, she has rendered in a very good manner. And luckily, students will have an opportunity once again to interact with her. From this keynote, we understand this 10 days will be a jugalbandi between the Guru and Shishyas of research for further prospects and endures. Thank you very much, Madam. Now, I request Professor Sharnappa V. Halse, sir, Honorable Vice Chancellor of our university, to render the presidential remarks. Sir is known to us, to the research scholars here. Just 2 words. He has started his career from Gulbarga University. I don't want him to stand. Gulbarga University, and he has come all the way in different positions, and he has already served as Vice Chancellor in one of the regular conventional university, and presently serving as university for our Ksou from 2.5 years. who has done remarkable play in getting NAC A+, and also in our academic activities. With this brief introduction, the stage is all yours, sir. Please.
Good afternoon to all. Karnataka State Open University, Department of Studies and Research in the Library and Information Science, in association with the Library of Social Science Research, New Delhi, the 10 days research methodology course for Mphil, PhD, PDF, for especially women research scholars in social science. The chief guest of this program, Professor Chandramouli, Chairman, Department of Studies in Social Work, University of Mysuru, Muktagangothri, Mysuru. Keynote speaker, Professor Lalita Aswath, Professor, retired, Department of Library and Information Science, Bangalore University, Bangalore. Our Dean of Academic, Professor Ramanatham Naidu, and Dean Study Center, Professor Chandregowda, and especially that course coordinator, Dr. K. Prakash, as well as Dr. Silpa Rani, co-coordinator, course director, invitees, and media persons, my young teaching fraternities, and all researchers. I think Chandramouli as well as Lalita Ashwath, they told regarding what is the research, how to go ahead. And this 10 days program is very, very important for the research student. How to select the research topic is also very important. Already Madam told all the actually activities, as well as the Chandramouli also told that how to select the topics, and here actually past, future, present. Nowadays, there is a lot of change. I think if you know the library science, in the olden days, 30 years back, we have to take the books in the libraries. At present, there is a lot of information in your hand. That is a sea change. To search any information, we have to go to the library and wait for some time. That was the period earlier. Now, the librarians has to think that no work for the librarians. That is the present, actually, how the data is provided to the student, that is very important. Earlier days, when I was doing research, I was waiting for my books in the library. And now, everything is available. Everything is available in the e-resources. That is why there is a lot of change, and that change, the researchers has to think about that. How to actually collect the knowledge, how to actually prepare the need-based education, and Madam already told the actually social relations. Here, earlier social relations, the present social relations. She told the only single selfish. The selfish is actually we are the world. But earlier, you think of that. How we have to select the topic, how we have to study. That original research is very important. Always cut and paste. That whatever the information is available in the actually Google, or whatever information is there in the electronics media, that we are copying and we are pasting, and that is a research. That is not a research. We have to think the original research. You have to prepare your mind that what is actually need for the society. That is how the society will be helpful, means your research will be helpful to the society. That you have to think. Then only you have to think the original research, you have to do the original research. And our library science department, she took that is ICSR fund from Delhi. I congratulate both the librarian as well as the Prakash as well as the Dr. Silpa Rani. They got the opportunity and for serving the almost women students, research students. It is a very important initiative for librarians and how she has took the money from the actually ICSR. That is very important. Here otherwise they will not conduct. When to the always the nobody will support for that. And nowadays you have the plenty of opportunities, plenty of funding agencies are there. You see that is a DST. There is a specially that is a fund for the women. Special fund for the woman for research purpose. That is why you have to search where is a fund available and how to approach, how to actually get it and how to organize. That Dr. Silpa Rani, he did and he took the money from the ICSR and they have prepared the actually synapses, submitted and they got. That is why you are very lucky and our university people, that is our young and energetic staff, they are doing wonderful work for the research as well as the teaching and learning and the extension activities. I congratulate once again our librarian as well as the library science department. Thank you, Honorable.
We are coming to the closing of the ceremony. Now I request Sunita Madam, School of Director for Science, to render the vote of thanks.
Good morning to all. It's an honor to offer vote of thanks for this inaugural function of 10 days research methodology course for women research scholars in social sciences, sponsored by ICSSR New Delhi and conducted by Library and Information Science Department, KSOU, in association with KSOU Library. First and foremost, we are deeply honored to have Professor Chandramouli sir, Chairman of Social Works Department, University of Mysuru, as chief guest of this function. I extend my sincere thanks to him. Thank you, sir. I request our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Sir Sharanappa, sir, to present memento as a token of appreciation to him. I would like to thank our keynote speaker, Professor Lalita Ashwath Madam, retired Professor, Library and Information Science, Bangalore University, Bangalore, to come all the way from Bangalore and grace this occasion. I request Madam to accept the memento as token of appreciation. Our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Sir, Professor Sharanappa Alse, sir, being busy in his schedule, he has made himself available for this occasion. I thank our Honorable Vice Chancellor, sir, for his encouraging us to organize this event and for his full support. Thank you, sir. I request Dr. K. Prakash, sir, to present the memento. I thank Professor Naveen Kumar SK, Registrar, sir, for his support in the conduction of this event in his absentia. Thank you, sir. I thank Professor Ramnatham Naidu, Dean Academics, for his support in the conduction of this event. Thank you, sir. And please accept the memento. I thank Dr. N.R. Chandregowda, Dean Study Center, for his presence in this occasion. And I request Dr. Shilpa Rani to present the memento to him. I thank Professor C.S. Anand Kumar, Registrar Evaluation, in his absentia. I thank Professor Niranjan sir, Finance Officer, KSOU, in his absentia. I thank Dr. K. Prakash sir, Course Director, and I request Dr. Shilpa Rani to present the memento to him. Thank you, sir. I thank Dr. Shilpa Rani. I thank Dr. Shilpa Rani NR, Course Coordinator, Co-Course Director, for organizing this workshop. Please accept the memento, madam. Thank you. A special thanks to organizing committee for their effort in making this workshop a grand success. I thank the staff of library for their support in organizing this event, and we are grateful to our sponsor ICSSR for their generous support to host this workshop. I like to thank all the participants who have come all over India and made this event grand success. I like to thank the teaching staff, non-teaching staff of our KSOU who are all present here. And I thank especially the guest house faculty, the staff, who have arranged the accommodation for all the participants, even though several PCP programs are going on. So I thank media persons for covering today's event and witnessing today's occasion. And at the end, I like to thank all those who directly and indirectly supported us for this occasion. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you, madam, for rendering the vote of thanks.